coming out here after 30 years. Yeah, I ain't got nothing, but I'm gonna have something because I'm rich in personality, you know, and I'm rich in love. My family love me, and that's really all that counts. Hey man, shout out everybody out there on Team Banky Pound, man. I appreciate it. Fight night. Appreciate the support. Big love, TVP Nation, man. We out here. Let's go. Let's get it, man. Come on, man. 150, 150K, man. Tell a friend and tell a friend. It's free to subscribe to me. You heard me? Membership costs you a little bit, but you gonna get a whole lot. Let's go. If you ain't got the membership, man, tap in, man. Be a friend. You understand me? Appreciate you, man. Let's go. Listen, man. Today I'm going to explain to y'all who is the most dangerous person in the penitentiary. The most dangerous person in the penitentiary. It be them dudes that done lost their mind and just lost hope. Them are the most dangerous dudes in the penitentiary. Because you don't know what they gonna do. You don't know when they gonna do it. And you don't know why they doing it. They just snap out. That's why you got to be aware at all times. That's why you always got to, what they say, keep your head on a swivel. Because you'll have dudes, man, by any way they done got a Dear John letter. Somebody done died in their family. They done lost their moms. Whatever the case may be, they done filed their last appeal. They done realized that this is my life. I can't go nowhere. I can't go home. I got 20 more years, 30 more years. And they'll just let that sit on their brain. And once you start letting stuff sit on your brain in the penitentiary, especially bad things, it's only bad things gonna happen after that, man. So I tell people all the time, man, you have to, you in a mental battle before you even in a physical battle. You in a mental battle before you in a physical battle. The mental battle is ongoing because you incarcerated, you without your freedom. So you gonna be like, man, every day I got to. You'll start asking yourself, do I want to wake up tomorrow? Do I want to wake up tomorrow and deal with this again? And you got to do that every day. And it's draining, it's mentally draining, and it take a lot of dudes. That's how a lot of dudes, some dudes, you know, take their own life. Some dudes try to take another life. Some dudes will put themselves in a position for their life to be taken. Just because they don't want to be there no more. So that's something that you got to acknowledge, and that's something that you got to pay attention to. You got to be able to watch the signs of people, how they moving. You know their routine. You see their disposition. You got to read their body language. Right? Because dudes that get to walking around being quiet, they usually be running their mouth. They got something on their mind, bro. And you y'all remember when I told y'all when I was on Podcast and the dude just walked in, he just walked in the block. I said, man, there's 200 people in there. He targeted me. All right, Ring King, I'm going to kick yo today. I want to see if that stuff real. I want to see what it's about. Come on down here. And I'm like, what's I never had no words with this dude. I never had an issue with this dude. Never. But that's just how he was feeling that day. And you got to be prepared for that. It ain't like you can shrink away from it. You can run away from it. You can ignore it. You can duck it. Everything in the penitentiary is being documented, man. Everything in the penitentiary is judgmental. Everything in the penitentiary is a showcase. It's an audition for the next joker that's going to play with you. And you got to answer that call. You got to answer that call every time, man. But I didn't process it at the time, but later on, it was understood to me. Like when I first seen it, like when I was in the wall, man, and it was so much crazy stuff going on in that wall in such a short period of time. It was like, man, what the, you know? And I can remember seeing the dude out there one time, man, and I'm sitting down there, talking to the dude that's cutting hair. He the barber dude. He was from out my way too. He was cutting hair, man. Shout out to Frank. And he was cutting hair. And I'm sitting there chopping up with him while the dude getting his hair cut. And everybody's moving out and about. We cutting hair at the bottom tier in the corner over here, right? So everybody moving out and about, everybody walking up and down, everybody trying to shake and bake before these, we had to lock in or whatnot. And man, this dude, man, I didn't even know the dude. I just knew his, you know what I'm saying? You put your eye on everybody in there. I knew him, but I didn't know him because I never saw him kicking with nobody, never saw him talking. He looked like a little nerd. He looked like he, you know what I'm saying? Like, it ain't nobody got nothing to talk to him about. If you look at him in the penitentiary, and I know it's crazy, but when you look at him in the penitentiary, he give you the vibes of, man, he might have been messing with some kids or something. Or he just looked like a nerd. Like, what else you did? I can't see him robbing nobody. I can't see him selling no drugs. I can't see him popping nobody. So it be like stereotyping dudes, but you don't say nothing but in your mind. You know what I'm saying? Because he nerdy and he quiet. So it's like, what you doing in here? One of those type of things. So I just seen him, man, and I don't know. I ain't gonna lie. My radar won't up like that where I could sense something was about to happen or something was wrong. I didn't have that insight at the time. So he was walking up the tier, man. He got his shirt all wrinkled up, ain't even really like half tucked in. The other part ain't tucked in. And he just walking up and down the tier. And then the next thing you know, man, he just pull out a joint, man, and go over to the dude on the phone. Dude on the phone, bro, talking on the phone with his back to him and just start stabbing him. I'm like, man, what the? He jump up like he like, hey, look. So we looking when Frank stopped cutting hair. So we looking, we like, what the? And he started stabbing dude like, what the? And dropped the phone and turned around and was trying to, fence him off, and he was just swinging. Then he turned around and it was a dude walking by. I stopped, hey, man. And it was like, man, it was crazy. He just started, man, he stabbed like 3 dudes after he hit dude, and dude like took off, and dude turned around, and there was a dude beside him. He hit him, and I'm like, man, this joker losing his gut. He losing his gut. And man, he just was going crazy. But he hit like 3 dudes. He hit like 3 dudes, a nerd. He hit like 3 dudes. I don't know everybody even wonder like, how he get a knife? Where he get a knife? What do he need a knife for? And he hit like 3 dudes. And then the dude just came up behind him, man, and just like, and caught him, bro. And that was it. I mean, caught him, bam, right on the back. He fell down on the ground. The knife flew out of his hand. And man, they just started stomping that bro, man. They started stomping him and kicking him. And the dude, 2 of the dudes that he stabbed, ran over there and started punching him and beating on him and beating him. And he was just balled up, and they was like pulling his arm like, no, mother, and they just punished this joker, bro. I know it sounds crazy, but I felt bad for him. I'm like, man, but what he just did, though, he called for that. But what he did, that's what the hand called for. But you felt bad for him because he was getting savage, bro. And then one of the dudes that he had stabbed, he ran over there and he picked the joint up and came back over there, and they were stomping him and still beating him. And he pushed him out the way and he started stabbing him like, no. And I'm like, oh Lord, they gonna kill the dude, bro. They gonna kill the dude, bro. They gonna kill him. But in my mind, he must have wanted to die. He had to want to die. You know what I'm saying? For you just to do that, you did that to 3 people that ain't did nothing to you. You know what I'm saying? He wanted to die, bro. And he just picked up. That's a savage way, man, because they punished him, bro. It's like they showed 0 mercy, none whatsoever. Dude was just hitting him. And he was laying there, and then he just started uncovering himself up. That's where I knew. I said, man, he must be gone. So, boom. Then dude started dragging him. Dude just grabbed him by his pant leg and was dragging him down the tier and dragged him all the way down to the back of the tier, like where we go out. At the bottom was where the gate is at to go out. Dragged him down that joint and left him right there. Man, you had a whole slide, well, not slide, like where a whole streak of blood, like all the way down there that joint, man. Man, hey, I ain't even gonna hold you. I was up in that joint, bro. My heart was like, man, what the going on up in here? You know what I'm saying? And things like that, I had you like clutching. You know what I'm saying? You know, I'm feeling, making sure I got this, man. Do I got this Bethlehem on me? I know I do, but let me make sure. It's just hey you know what I'm saying? And that stuff mess with you, bro. I mean, people can say what they want to say. And I've been around violence. I've seen violence on the street. I've been around violence, but when you see that and it's up close and it's like that and it go down and you don't know, it just had you so paranoid and so crazy. And then when I went and said, that's all I could think about. I couldn't even think about nothing else, and I guess just thinking in my mind, and I try to put myself in every scenario. What if I was the dude on the phone? What if I was the dude that he backed up into? What if I was? He just was stabbing anybody that was close to him, which could have been me. You see what I'm saying? And I wouldn't have been prepared because I didn't do nothing to this dude. I don't got no issue with this dude. What is you stabbing me for? So it put you in the frame of mind like you gotta be ready because it's not like in the real world where you got a problem with somebody. That's why somebody gonna try to do something to you. Not in penitentiary. You ain't got to have no problem with nobody. They might try to do something to you. I told you, these are the most dangerous dudes in the penitentiary because they unpredictable and they lost their mind and they looking for escape. They looking for a way out. They got all of this stuff them built up in them and now they looking to release it. And some dudes ain't got the courage to go kill themselves. Some dudes ain't got. You go up there on that fourth tier, bro, and you want to die. You go up there on that fourth tier and jump off head first. You dead, bro. You. I mean, the impact. That's probably all you gonna feel probably for a split second, cause it's probably instant death. But some people ain't got the heart to do that. You know what I'm saying? They go do stupid stuff like this, cause there's no doubt in my mind, bro. He had to want to die. You know what I'm saying? He had to want to die. And at the time, I don't know, I was too green, or I wasn't nobody enough where I could get that information like he died or not. I know he was gone. You know, he looked like he was dead to me. You know what I'm saying? He looked like he was dead to me because he laid there until we went in. And he looked like he was dead to me. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know if he died or not. I don't. It ain't like they came out, oh man, such died. I didn't even know what his name was. I just knew what he looked like. See what I'm saying? So maybe he died, maybe he didn't. Everything that happened to him looked like death to me. So it was like, man, okay, man. And that's the stuff, man. I'm laying in there. I'm talking about night in, night out, 2-3 nights in a row. I'm like, yeah, you gotta be ready, man. You gotta be ready, man. You know. And it put you in a state of mind where you thinking like, man, can I make it through this joint? You know what I'm saying, or what? You know, because it's crazy. It's just you can't explain it. It's a feeling you can't explain. It's something you got to experience and to be in there. You can smell it, you can sense it, you can feel it all over you. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, it's dangerous in here. This is real danger. This ain't TV. This ain't in the hood. This is like all this stuff is right here. You can't go nowhere. You just in it. You in it, and you can't get out of it. And that's why I think a lot of them get to that point where they just snap. Man, I done seen it over and over as my bit went on, over and over. Dudes just snap. I done seen dude. I told you the dude just snap out and jumped on the CO lady. She just walking in and out, going back and forth, opening the mop closet and the chemical closet for people. And then she just walked by. He just jumped up and grabbed a slant on the ground and started punching. I'm like, man, what the what's wrong with this joker? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, for nothing that I knew of. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know nothing. But these type of things happen, man. I done seen dudes just sitting at the table. Dudes just come up behind them, grab them in the throat, and just start choke them out, and drop them on the table, and then start stomping them. And like dudes like, man, what they beefing about? I don't know. You know what I'm saying? So the dudes that snap, man, the ones that mentally snap, those are the most dangerous dudes in the penitentiary because they done gave up. And if their life don't mean nothing to them, you know yours mean even less to them. You understand? So you got to be able to pay attention to these type of dudes and how they move. This is why dudes, it ain't like you know what I'm saying, you watching the dude because you don't supposed to watch people in prison. But you supposed to watch people in prison. If that makes sense. You don't supposed to be looking, you catch a dude looking at you, you know, you don't supposed to be looking at, but you gotta watch, you gotta know dudes' pattern, how they move. You know what I'm saying? Because once they start moving different and dressing different, just like I say, you know what I'm saying? Just like my dude, shout out to Ali Sadiq, like I say, Mexican got on boots. You gotta know this. Why do they got on boots when they usually don't wear boots? You know what I'm saying? You got to know something finna pop off. You know what I'm saying? Man, Todd don't usually be coming out here with his shoes tied up, but he come out with his shoes tied up. Something getting ready to pop off. Dudes usually laughing and joking and playing all the time. Then he quiet and walking around the till, walking laps. Something finna pop off, bro. You got to know these things, man. And dudes will get so caught up in playing cards and waiting for the microwave and next on the phone and next in the shower, and you ain't paying attention to your surroundings. And you walk by somebody and you just bump them, graze up, get on, excuse me, y'all, and keep moving. That same dude come right up behind you, man, 5 seconds later, all up in your neck. All up in your neck area, up in the hip. You know what I'm saying? Something you can't come back from. I'm not coming back from that. Even don't kill me, I'm not coming back from it, because I'm gonna murk somebody, bro. You stab me all up in my neck or my face or something like that, bro. I'm living to see you not live no more. That's all I want to do. I'm not thinking about going home no more. I'm not thinking about anything no more but you. My dreams are about you. My thoughts are about you. My daily routine is how can I get to you. That's all I'm going to think about. That's it for me. You know what I'm saying? So in order for me to avoid that, I got to move and pay attention to everybody that's around me and trust nobody. Trust nobody, because ain't nobody to be trusted. Because I don't know what's going on in a dude's brain. I don't know what it is. Dudes get off that phone. You don't, like I said, you don't supposed to be looking, but you supposed to look. Especially if you see a dude over on the phone and you see his body language or you hear him raising his voice. You need to pay attention to that joker. Not his conversation, but to him. Because when he get off of that phone, all of what he was going through on that phone, he ain't got no release besides all of us. So he get off of that phone, he got an issue. He looking to take that issue out on somebody because he can't get to who he's talking to on that phone. He can't get his point across. He can't do he can't release that anger besides yeah. And he walking back to his cell. That's the most critical moment right there. Somebody look at him funny. Somebody bump into him. Somebody ask him a question. He's just waiting to explode. He's waiting to release it. You know what I'm saying? Or he get in the cell and the cell partner in there doing the same thing that he do every day, but now all of a sudden he in the way. You know what I'm saying? Now all of a sudden he in the way. Man, every time I come in the cell, you sitting there watching TV. Man, it's my bed, my cell, my TV. But now it's an issue because he got something on his mind. You see what I'm saying? And it ain't no releases in prison, man, besides, you know what I'm saying, besides violence, man. So you got to be aware. Them the most dangerous dudes in the penitentiary, man. Dudes that's dealing with issues and they done mentally checked out. You know what I'm saying? Them ones more dangerous than the ones who methodical, who move with intention, who is extorting, who is leaning on, who is putting pressure on, who is robbing and you know what I'm saying, imposing their will on. These dudes, to me, is more dangerous than them dudes, because you know how they coming. You know how they coming. You don't know how these dudes. You know how Bo Billy coming. You know how Sam Pitts coming. You know how Shorty Pimp coming. You know how Riverboat coming. You know how George McGee coming. You know how these jokers coming. You know what I'm saying? You know how Gangsta Slim coming. It's the ones you don't know because they mentally done snapped, and they may not never had like you, and you ain't never know because they ain't had a heart to tell you, or they wouldn't tell you. But now that they done gave up in their mind, oh, I'm gonna get that sucker. I'm gonna take it out on him. He gonna be the one. I'm tired of this. I can't do this time no more. I'm sick of this, man. I don't care what happened, but you going with me. And you sitting out there playing cards. And you sitting out there watching TV. Or you sitting out there waiting for the microwave, or you on the phone, and he come right up behind you. You can't defend against that. I don't care how bad you is. I don't care how tough you is. You can only react to that. You cannot defend it. See what I'm saying? You can only react to that, because he got to do something initially to make you know it's an issue. So it's gonna be reactionary. It ain't gonna be prevented. It's not preventative. Cause you don't even know it's coming. Them the most dangerous dudes in the penitentiary, bro. That's why I don't be talking to jokers like talking about in there. That's why I don't be doing a whole lot of that kikiing and ha-ha with dudes. You know what I'm saying? I don't do that. If I say something to you, I know what we talking about. I know we talking about some money, or we talking about something, or I'm already cool with you, and that's how we talk. But other than that, I don't be trying to kick it with no everybody in prison, man. Nah, man, we doing business, we doing business. We talk about the business, and you get on about your business. But, man, dudes be weird in there, man, and dudes be going through it, and dudes have some underlying dislike for you, and you'll never know it until they snap out. And everybody in the prison got a breaking point. Everybody got a breaking point where they either gonna shrink when they get to their breaking point and just turn into a bona fide coward like, man, I just do what it is, and be all woe is me, or they gonna turn into a savage, or they gonna do some crash out stupid stuff. Either or. You understand? So you got to be aware of all of that. You know, and dudes would be not liking you all the time. And I know a lot of dudes ain't like me. So I was even extra paranoid. They ain't like me because of the store boss. They ain't like me because of the way I talk when I deal with the store boss. I can talk any way I want. It's my stuff. You don't like it, don't get it. You know what I'm saying? So they probably be like, yeah, hate this. You know, and be like, if I ever catch you down bad, boy. Stay burping and push it up. Catch you down bad, yeah, they gonna get you, bro. They gonna get you, like I say. Even when that dude did that, man, and you know, and don't get me wrong, he did some bam stuff. Just stabbed 3 people that they ain't did nothing to you. But they dragged him, bro. They dragged, and the dude that came and hit him, he just saw the shot, took the kill shot. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is, man. It's just a dangerous place, man. It's dangerous in that joint, man. It's dangerous in that joint for a lot of reasons. But most dangerous dudes in there, I think, man, is the ones that just mentally check out. Because you don't know how they come. That's why I feel like they the most dangerous. That's just my opinion. You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is. Y'all talk to me in the comment. I talk back. Big love, TBP Nation. Fight night tonight. Hey. Get your popcorn ready. You might not see me, but you know I'm still around. You heard me? I'm in here, man. We in here, man. And it's just like that. TBP Nation, stand up and duck them hooks.
The banky special.
Yeah.
Pure deliciousness.
Pure deliciousness, man. My name is Banky, man. Everybody calls me Banky. That's the name that I got from my grandmother when I was young. I'm coming out here after 30 years. Yeah, I ain't got nothing, but I'm gonna have something because I'm rich in personality, you know, and I'm rich in love. My family love me, and that's really all that counts.